Okay, so for today, we are wanting a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, a pillow, folded blankets, folded towels, something that's going to give you about 5 or 6 inches of support that's fairly dense. Because we will be using this as a support for us. We will be laying on it. We'll be coming forward and kind of resting the tummy and chest on it as well. Your blocks are always handy. If you don't have a block, you can use Tupperware, you can use a book, anything of those sorts. And if you don't have any of it, it's okay. Don't stress about it. We can still get in really nice restorative yoga to help our body really relax. The whole premise of this is to surrender in. So if you are used to that constant movement with each breath, the hatha flow, vinyasa flow, this is going to feel very, very different. So close your eyes, focus on your breath, do your very best to just be still and breathe. So I'm not going to be talking through a lot of it. So if you're like, did the video freeze? It didn't. It's just that we are taking time to just focus on our breath. So a little bit of time for movement. We're going to warm up our body a little bit in a seated position, crossing those legs if that's okay. You can already use your bolster or a block and sit on it if you like. If the hips are kind of tight today, sit on that. We bring our hands to the front of the shins and we take a big breath in. Press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. I want you to really take your time here, and then slowly as you exhale, press your spine towards the back, a little tuck of your chin to cat. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. I have to admit, restorative yoga is fairly challenging for me, hollowing your tummy and chest, but so rewarding. Inhale, press it through. Let's do 2 more each direction. As we go through our day, we have this tendency to go, 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 go. And how much can we get done? This is the exact opposite. This is about taking time, spending time in that space and breathing, creating space, and letting go of tension. Let's do 1 more each direction. Already a little slower pace with our cat and cow. Keep a sense of humor. It's okay if this is uncomfortable for any reason, or you might just fall in love with it. Sit up nice and tall. Release that right hand down, left arm up and over, and just slowly lean into it. Turn your gaze up along the inside of your arm and a little roll of that top shoulder back. Breathe. Just feeling that stretch all the way through your side. Little push with that bottom hand, reach it high. And exhale, hand comes down, right arm up and over, and just gently sink. It's all about surrendering here. A little roll of that top shoulder back, looking up along the inside of that top arm. Little push with that bottom hand. Slowly we rise, reach it high. Gently release your hands down by your sides. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Let those shoulders be heavy. Slow your breath down. So that's one thing that we really want to work towards, is connecting with that breath and using that breath to release any tension, any tightness. Gently roll your head to the right ear over the right shoulder. Face is turned towards front, and press your left palm down towards the ground. And gently release your chin back down towards your chest. With the chin towards the chest, roll those shoulders up and back, and let your shoulders slide down and away. And then gently roll your head to the left ear over the left shoulder. We'll press to that right palm down towards the ground. And gently release your chin back down towards your chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up and back and let your shoulders slide down and away. Let's switch to the other leg is in front and reach it high. Pull those elbows back and down. Squeeze that hold. Draw those shoulder blades towards one another. Lift your gaze just a little bit. Spread those fingers wide. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull it down. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Just gently release your hands and relax the weight of the upper body down. Circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. Reach it high. And gently let those arms float down by your sides. Pressing your palms towards the ground. As you exhale, release your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Turn and look out over your right shoulder without turning those shoulders. A little tuck of your chin down towards your right collarbone. Close your eyes. Just breathe. Inhale, head up nice and tall, and gently turn your face back towards front, and then out over that left shoulder. Far as you can turn your head without turning your shoulders. And a little tuck of your chin down towards that left collarbone. Inhale, head up nice and tall, and turn your face back towards front. Go ahead and grab your bolster, your towel, your pillow, whatever it is, and we're going to extend those legs out nice and long. So we're going to hold these poses for a fair amount of time. We're going to pull that bolster in right next to your tummy. And we're just going to slowly, if your hamstrings are super tight, slide a block underneath those knees to give a little bend in the knees so that we're not super extending, super strength or stretching those hamstrings. If you don't need it, don't use it. We're going to hold on to that pillow or that bolster and just gently fold forward. Now you can put your hands underneath it. Whatever feels good to you, and just let your body relax. Checking in, what do you feel and where? Honor those sensations, honor those feelings. If there are any that aren't going to serve you super well today, let them go. Feeling the release through your spine. That gentle stretch down the back of the body. Focusing on those inhales and those exhales, slowing them down. Are you holding any tension anywhere? Let it go. If, as we hold these poses, you need to adjust, yes, you can. We just do our best to find that place where we can gently melt and surrender in. Starting at your tailbone, ever so slowly begin to roll it up. And we're going to shift that bolster or the pillow behind us. You might want to grab a block if you have one, another pillow if you need one, and we're going to gently lean it back. Now, depending upon the size of your pillow, the size of your bolster, and what's going on with the neck, it might feel good to you to just let your head relax back. If that does not feel good, use your block to support your head. Oh, and we just let the pelvis be on the floor. We relax the feet. Arms open out wherever you want. You can even rest them on your tummy, your hips, or just down to a low V. So you decide what feels the best to you. And again, if you need to adjust as we stay, you are welcome to do so. We give our body permission to fully relax. Soften your eyes, relax your jaw. Taking time to stop and just breathe. And you feel your body just surrendering. Guards are let down. Body feels soft, malleable. Tensions just leaving ever so gently. Jaw is soft, eyes are soft. Couple more good deep breaths here. Ever so gently, we begin to rise, coming back up. And we're going to turn our bolster, the pillow, so that it is horizontal this time. And once again, we're going to roll it back, support with your hands, and take your gaze back, crown of the head towards the floor, a supported fish pose. So the bolster and the pillow is more through that middle back rather than supporting the upper back. If you've been dealing with allergies, a cold, any kind of a stuffy head, sore throat, any kind of drainage, this is a wonderful place. Again, arms are just out away from the bolster. Gentle pressure on the crown of the head if that does not feel good to you. Yes, you can use your block to support the back of the head once again. Really working to open up through the throat, through the chest. Allowing those arms and shoulders to be heavy, just let your feet roll open. How's your breath here? Slow it down. Not staying quite as long here in our supported fish. We'll say not quite as comfortable, but so needed and so beneficial in opening up the chest, clearing the sinuses. Core strong, lifting the head, and gently place the back of the head to the mat. Draw one foot in towards your bottom and then the other, and we're going to press up to a bridge pose, and we're going to slide that bolster down to our sternum. So our bum and our sternum kind of just right in line with our waistband. Pulling one knee in towards your chest and then the other, and just let those knees come in. Hands can be on your shins. You're welcome to interlace your fingers. Hands can be down, holding on to that bolster if you like. Whatever feels good to you. Just let those knees be drawn in. This is great if ever the tummy is not super happy, if you're feeling bloated, crampy, any of those things. Great stretch for your lower back. Just breathe. Close your eyes, soften your jaw. Let gravity do its magic. We shift our hands to our right shin, just below your knee, and then just slowly begin to extend that left leg out. Now you can bring the sole of the foot to the floor, or you can fully extend that left leg, allowing the heel to gently rest. This is a big hip flexor stretch. So listen to your body. Adjust how you need to. Breathe into the area that's talking the loudest. Slowly, gently pulling that left knee back in. Shift your hands to the top of that left knee, base of the knee and the shin, and slowly lower that right leg out. Again, you can bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Knee is bent, or you can extend that right leg. Just be really nice. Long stretch all through the front of that hip flexor. It's fairly intense. If you're clenching your jaw, squeezing your eyes, or if you're feeling anything beyond just a really deep stretch, I encourage you to bend the knee and bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Soften your shoulders. Relax your face. Send your breath to that front of that right side of the pelvis. Slowly pulling that right foot back in, sole of the foot to the mat. Release your left foot, sole of the foot to the mat, feet are hip width apart. We're going to slowly press through those heels and lift the hips. Now we can come into a supported bridge, so I encourage you to just bring that bolster up as high as you need to support. If you have a block, you can place the block below your stern or below your tailbone or below your bum and just support there. So you can use multiple tools here to help support. So we're in our bridge, opening up through the front of the pelvis, opening up through the belly, through the chest. And just find that space. It might take you a little bit of wiggles to find that place that feels good to you. And you can pull those heels in as tightly as you like, or let those feet be out and away from you a little bit more. We shouldn't have to put a whole lot of weight into those feet. We are completely supported. If you prefer, you can just hold bridge. Unsupported. Just breathe. Maybe turn your palms open to the sky. Big, full, deep belly breaths. We press through our heels, lifting those hips just enough to pull that block out from underneath us, and then slide that bolster down and out. And then ever so slowly, one vertebra at a time, we come back down onto the mat. Keeping that pelvic tilt until your bottom is the very last to touch. And we pull one knee in towards the chest, and then the other, hands to the shins. Pull those knees in and just gently rock side to side. This is a great opportunity to check in. How you feeling? How you doing? Coming back to center, however you wish, coming up to a seated position. And we're going to sweep those feet around and come up onto all fours, grabbing your bolster or your pillow, and we're just going to send it out in front of us and slightly towards the knees. Go ahead and open up your knees. So depending upon the length of your bolster or your pillow, we're going to come down to child's pose. You're going to turn your face and just gently surrender down into child's pose. So just making sure your head is supported. Chest is supported as much as you wish. If child's pose without the bolster is better for you, that is fine. This is all about taking care of yourself. With the space between those knees, just allowing your sit bones to come a little closer to your heels. If your knees do not love child's pose, a great little trick is to have rolled up towels, kind of hand towels or washcloths, and slide it right in your knee crease, right to the back of the knee. That just helps create a little space in that knee joint and can really make a difference in how child's pose feels if you're taking care of those knees. Soften your breath. And we turn our face, other side of the face, to the bolster or the pillow or the mat for that matter. And slowly walk your hands back up. And we're going to press that bolster out and away from us just a little bit. You're going to grab a block if pigeon is a little challenging for you and just bring it closer to you. We're going to bring the knees together. We're going to cross that left leg up and over the right. And we're going to draw that right knee forward and slide your left leg straight back. Now, if you have the block, you can slide that block right underneath your bum, kind of supporting at the base of the thigh and at the bottom or at the top of your thigh, the base of your bum. And then slowly come forward to sleeping pigeon. With that right knee forward, just turn the left side of your face to the mat. Just rest. Arms can be extended out long. If you're like, I don't really love that block, I don't really want it, you can take it away. You can always change your mind and adjust however you want to adjust. So not really any of the bolster on your chest per se, but yes, you can. Or just support for your head and your neck. Close your eyes and breathe. And you can be over on that right side of your hip, on that right side of the pelvis, with that left knee bent behind you if pigeon is too much on that right knee. Remember, this is about taking care of yourself, doing good things, loving care. Are you holding any guard in that right hip? Is that left quadricep engaged? Can you relax it? And then let's slowly walk those hands back up. Come over onto that right hip and pull that left leg in. So now we've made like a letter Z. And we're going to turn our bolster however you want to. You can have it long or you can have it horizontal. And we're just going to take those arms out, crossing them, and gently rest your forehead down to the back of the hands. Again, if you don't have a bolster, it's okay. You can just go straight on down to the floor. Coming right out over the shin. Feeling a good stretch in the inner thigh, the groin, the glute, the lower back. Go ahead and walk those hands back up. And we're going to take that left leg and we're going to cross it up and over the right knee. Wrapping the crook of that right elbow around the knee. Sit up as tall as you can and twist. Turning and looking out over your left shoulder. Just pulling that left knee in nice and tight. Relax through that right side of the pelvis, through the hip. Connecting that left glute to the mat. Just hold and breathe. And gently releasing that twist. Sweeping that left leg around. We come up to all fours. Again, adjust. We go along with that bolster if you like. We grab that block, set it to the other side. We cross that right knee up and over that left leg, and we slide that left knee forward. Right leg goes straight back. Again, you can place that block right underneath that left glute, kind of the top of the thigh, base of the bum, and you can walk your hands forward, just releasing. Breathe. Side of the face to the mat, or you can just rest your forehead wherever you wish. And if you don't love the block being there for support, you don't need to take it. Again, if that left knee is not in love with Pigeon today, come over onto that left side of the pelvis and pull that back leg in. Take the pressure off the knee. But oftentimes using that block can help relieve some of that pressure. But just take care of yourself. Find your breath. Get the wiggles out and surrender in. Removing that block if it's there. Walking the hands back up. Coming over onto that left side of the pelvis and draw that right knee in. Let's shift our bolster right out in front of the shin and adjust your feet however you need to. And then we're going to take it right out over the shin. Stacking the hands. We're holding on to that bolster. Just resting. And you can adjust if it needs to be further away, to closer, whatever it is. It's about finding that space and then staying in that space. But you got to make your little fine tuning to find that space. And then recognizing maybe where you're holding any tension or tightness. Breathe into that space. Use those exhales to clear it away. You have a tendency to hold a lot of tension, a little negative energy, past traumas or hurts. We have a tendency to hold those in our hips. So just gently releasing as best you can. Getting in there to find space so that we can actually release it. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back up. Go ahead and press that bolster out and out of the way. And we cross that right leg up and over, just to the outside of the knee, wrapping the crook of that left elbow around the knee. Sit up as tall as you can and turn and look out over your back shoulder. We're going to draw that right sit bone towards the mat. It's not uncommon if we get teary or pretty emotional during restorative and yin practices. Actually, yoga in general can sometimes draw that out of you. It's not uncommon. It's not unhealthy. It's a cleansing. So we just embrace it. If it's there today, it's a great release. Feeling all the feels, whatever they are. Hopefully, mostly it's a smile on your face, but occasionally you're allowed. It's really what it's all about, is finding effective ways to let go of stress, worry, anxiety, any of the yuck of life. And ever so gently releasing that rotation, turning back to face front. Extend your right leg out and then your left. Let's take that block, one of the blocks, and just slide it kind of a middle setting. So this is your lowest, middle, and highest setting. We want to have it on that level 2, kind of that middle setting, and just slide it underneath those knees. And then we're going to take our bolster or our pillow. You don't have to, but if you want to, and you're going to tuck it horizontally across your thighs, and then just give it a hug and round over. Now you can even reach your hands down towards your feet to open up through that upper back even more. Let your chin fall towards your chest. And I encourage you to play with things. If you want to go vertical and make that bolster longer, you can do that. If you want to have your hands back behind you, back of the hands to the mat, whatever it is, play with it and see what sensation your body responds to the best. Starting at your tailbone ever so slowly. Roll it up. Just slide those hands up and sit up nice and tall. Give those shoulders a good roll. Bring your hands down by your sides. Press your palms down towards the ground and just sit tall. You can close your eyes, chin parallel to the floor. Pressing those palms towards the ground, feeling that tension and tightness leave through the neck and the shoulders. Spine tall. Big, full, deep breaths. Gently open your eyes, remove that bolster, set it off to the side, grab your other block if you happen to have two, and if you don't have blocks, it's okay. If you have two pillows, great. Put one pillow on either side, kind of right up about knee level. And we're going to come into a butterfly pose. Now you might want them on that lowest level. You might want them on that medium level. And you want to kind of find a space where they can just relax. You might need to tip your blocks in a little bit, just whatever feels good to you. Make sure that you have plenty of room coming down on your mat. We're going to bring it down however you need to safely. If you wish for a little core activation, we're just going to go slow. And you might need to adjust, pulling those blocks up as you come. And then just gently release it down. So adjust when you get down. Oh yeah, that feels good. And just relax the knees out. So our reclined butterfly. If you need support for the back of the head, you can always have a pillow or a blanket underneath your head. Hands, they can be down on your pelvis. You can even open up those arms out to the side in like a field goal, a 90-degree bend. That's a great way to open up your chest, get a little shoulder mobility, and just let the back of the hands work towards the mat. So again, just like everything else, it's about taking care of yourself and recognizing, what do I need today? And then softening your eyes, relaxing your jaw, focusing on your breath, allowing that magic to happen. Let's reach down, just holding on to those blocks. We're going to draw the knees back up towards the ceiling. Just holding on to those blocks, extend your left leg out, pull that right knee in. We're going to fold that left side of the block down to its lowest setting. If you want to, bring it up to that mid setting. We're going to reach that left hand across and pull that right knee across your body. Now we're just going to adjust and slide that block to support along the inside of your knee. Right arm out to a T and just turn and look out over your arm. So you can adjust whatever height the block needs to be for you. where you don't have to work. It's just that great rotation, and it's a gentle release in our supine spinal twist. Close your eyes. Gently release that left hand. Roll it back to center. Place that right foot to the mat. Come on back to your back. Reach down, take a hold of that right side block, and extend your right leg. Left knee pulls in. And we're going to take that right hand and gently guide it across. Now you might need to adjust where that block is or the level that it is. We just want it to support kind of in the inside of the knee and along the shin. And then that right hand falls on that left leg once again. Left arm extends out to a T and return and look out over that left arm. Now just relax the weight of your right hand, right arm. Let your head be heavy and let your body melt into this supine spinal twist on your left side. Helping to balance our emotions, to promote healthy digestion, to encourage spinal flexibility from the base of our spine to the top of it. Just slow, steady breaths. Gently releasing that right hand, rolling it back to center. Left foot to the mat. Go ahead and transition back onto your back. And we just want to clear our space, giving yourself plenty of room. We're going to take those arms up and overhead. If those arms overhead is not great for your shoulders, open up those arms as much as you need to so that the shoulders are happy. If you're able to, bring the palms, or the back of the hand to the palm, and just gently rest the hands. We bring that left foot down to the bottom left corner of your mat, and then we cross the right ankle over the left. We lift the upper body, head and shoulders, and we take both arms and shoulders to the top left corner of your mat. Now we're going to do our very best to level out the pelvis, to level out the shoulders, and breathe. Our little crescent shape with the hands and the feet to that far left corner of the mat. Should feel a really nice stretch all the way down that right side. Little lateral flexion, stretching the obliques, the ribs, the shoulder, IT band. Close your eyes, relax your jaw, and just breathe. You gently lift the upper body, bring it back to center. We lift that right leg, bring that right foot down to the bottom right corner of your mat, and then cross left ankle over the right, and gently press that left side of the pelvis down. We lift the upper body, and we draw it up to the top right corner of your mat, and then work to press that left side of the pelvis down. Feeling that great stretch all the way down that left side. So good. Just breathe. We lift just slightly, bringing it back through center. We lift that left leg, bring it back to center, and then the right. We lift those arms straight up towards the ceiling, and then slowly let those arms float down by your sides, palms open to the sky. And just take a second, get rid of any wiggles, adjust, whatever you need to adjust. If you have a blanket or a pillow that you would like to use, you are welcome to take this moment to set yourself up for Savasana. If you prefer being in a seated position, maybe in child's pose, maybe on your tummy or your side, take a moment and find that space. We slow our breath. We take a moment honoring our practice today. The gentle, soothing practice of restorative yoga. We honor and we reflect on the challenges, the releases, the breath, the sensations. May your mind and your body be at peace, feel calm, healthy and strong. As we take these few last moments to truly connect with each and every breath, to feel all of the feels throughout the body, the energy flow as we've worked to remove any blockages, the strength and the healing energy, and any parts of us that might need a little extra love today. We celebrate the gift of mobility. That's nothing to sneeze about. Being able to move, being able to be still, the gift of breath, and that gift of being present. Feeling grounded and focused, healthy and aware. As we stay here quiet, calm, and focused, a perspective. Perhaps we should love ourselves so fiercely that when others see us, they know exactly how it should be done. Again, perhaps we should love ourselves so fiercely that when others see us, they know exactly how it should be done. I hope that the love you have for yourself is fierce. The love you have for your life is fierce. And I hope that all of the individuals in your life love you fiercely. Take a few more moments to just breathe. As you are ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen your breath, slow and steady in and out through the nose. Feel the rise and fall of your tummy, of your chest with each breath. The love and strength with each inhale. And those cleansing, beautiful exhales. Take your time. As you're ready, gently draw your knees in towards your chest. And as you wish, however you like, come up to a seated position that feels good to you. Rest your hands comfortably, sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, and just take those big, deep cleansing breaths. I hope there's a lightness to your head and your heart. I hope there's a smile on your face for most of the day, if not all of it. And I hope you just feel amazing. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach it high. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. And I hope you guys just have a magical rest of your day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. Be well. And as always, the spirit in me honors the spirit and the light within each and every one of you, which means namaste.